Welcome back, everyone, to the Song of Waves and Wind, where we have arrived in Sardal, where I have been given a couple of tasks. One of them was to deliver a message from the king, and also I need to head up there in order to deal with a spider. Well then, let's first tag the stable master.
Welcome to King's Gondor, friend.
Thank you. And here we have Million.
Oh, hello! I haven't seen you in quite some time. I'll have to tell Sardil that you're back. What brings you to Sardal?
You inform Melian that you have come on behalf of King Elisar to deliver a message to the people of Sardal. Melian gathers the other inhabitants of Sardal, introduces you as an emissary of the king, and gestures for you to speak. You offer your sincere gratitude to the people of Sardal, and they appear to be heartened by your words. You apologize on behalf of King Elisar for the severe edicts during the war, including the brief suspension of their hunts by order of the steward, and for the failure to make safe the roads throughout Tarling's Crown. At the mention of Tarling's Crown, a few hushed voices whisper to each other in the crowd. As you finish your remarks, the inhabitants of Sardal offer you their thanks. I had no idea that you'd become an emissary of the king, my friend. While an honor, it is good to know that the king has not forgotten us, and that he was thoughtful enough to send someone who was a great help during the war. Like many others in the Vale, we lost some of our young men in the war, and they were amongst Lord Dwinhere's company when he marched to Minas Tirith. Your words have soothed some of our hurts, but only time can heal what remains. But I could not lay such things on your feet, or those of the king. If it is the enemies of Gondor who slew our bowmen, and the king has made certain that many of them have been repaid. I must warn you, though, there are still some unsavory folk lurking along the road through Tarling's Crown, but it's not like it used to be, not like when the so-called heir of Castamere, Azerthord, first set his encampment on it. It is good to see you again, Pineleaf, and you're always welcome amongst us. Alright then, okay, so we delivered the second. There. Oh, hold on. Looks like we have somebody else who wishes to speak with us.
Why don't you talk to Bregon and see what you can make of his claims? He says he was run out of Tarlong's Crown by corsairs.
Oh? Yes. And little has changed since you were last in Sardal, I must admit, but at least the spiders have not troubled us nearly as much of late. However, aside from those who returned from the war, we do have one unexpected guest, and that would be that man over there named Bregon. He seems a rough sort, and by his own admission, he was a freebooter during the war. He says that he was run out of Tarling's Crown by corsairs, but I thought that the heir of Castamere, Azathoth, who led them, was slain. Why would they linger there seeking out the meager life of a highwayman when they could surely find better fortunes elsewhere? Is Umbar in such poor state that this seems to be a wiser choice? I don't know for certain, but from what I have heard, there's something afoot across the Bay of Balfalas. Well, you're right about that. But why don't you go and ask Bregon what he has made of his claims? Well, I do know that there are some corsairs who have not yet returned to Umbar, and some of them aren't happy about about who replaced the heirs of Castamere. Well then, let's see, we've got... Ah! Hello there.
You're the king's emissary, aren't you? Oh, I've done it now. It's like I told Amathon. There's a bunch of corsairs making trouble in Tarlong's Crown and snooping about at that old camp.
Yes. Yes, it is true that I was something of a freebooter during the war, but I've learned my lesson now, and I swear it. As for those corsairs, I don't know what they're up to, but it can't be good. Go and see for yourself if you don't believe me. Alright, I will do that after I deal with, well, what spiders are still troubling them. And what does Seatheron have to say?
Oh there! I remember the last time you were here. All that nasty business with spiders and the dead.
Oh, but that is in the past, and now we have welcomed some of our proud bowmen back to Sardal. I only wish more of them had made it home from the war. There are joys still to be found, though, and one of mine is a delicious mushroom stew that my neighboring Garthwin has made every so often. Oh, Garthwin's a brilliant cook, though she's far too modest to say as much. Oh, for her stew, she uses mushrooms native to the Blackroot Vale that's called a silken cap on account of its pale hue. The trouble is that the silken cats only grow in a few places, but they're most plentiful in clean growth. Yes, I don't think that I need to remind you that the spiders of Tarling's Peak can also be found within those caverns, but Garthwin's supply has run out. It may not be as dire a problem as the dead or the Corsairs, but I can appreciate your aid if you're all the same, my friend. Oh, little joys are what keeps us together, after all. Oh, would you collect some silken cats for me from Grothrin? Alright, fine. 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 Anyone else here that needs me to do something before I head upstairs? Nope. Okay. On to face mushrooms. Okay, well that doesn't sound too terrible. And spiders. Oh well. I see the cave up ahead. I don't see any sign of spiders though. I must have done a good job of clearing them out last time. Either that or they're all hiding on inside. As you stand before Hlingroth, you hear a wretched chorus of chittering and hissing echoing from within the mouth of the caverns. It is there in the shadowed depths of Tarling's Peak that the spiders of the Blackroot Vale dwell, and it is from that dark there that they creep forth to trouble the hamlet of Sardal. You should defeat spiders in Hlingroth to aid the people of Sardal, right? Well, so much for the idea of them all being gone. Yep, definitely spider country. Aw, well, I'll have to deal with that. And then deal with presumably mommy spider also. There we go. Oops. Those spiderlings are hungry, I presume. 8-legged mouths, that's what they are. Oh, mushroom! We want to make sure that we collect all of those. Collect them all. Oh. Ooh, sneaky, 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 sneaky. Oh, it's an ambush. Yeah. They're really sneaky spiders, aren't they? Anyone else want some? I didn't think so. Hold on. There's another sneak around here. There you go. Whack. You're not going to get by me all that easily. Oh. Let's get the mushroom. Oh yes. These guys are still around apparently. Well, let's inconvenience them. Oops. Gimli didn't, I don't think, tell me that I only had to do them around them. Uh-oh. Oh, this is nasty. Okay, they might inconvenience me. Inconvenience me. It's really gonna be inconvenient, seeing that I haven't taken care of the main spider yet. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, actually, I really should. Oh, I do have my hope up. Alright, never mind. Alright, let's get darkness before the dawn. Okay, good, good. He's been inconvenienced. And you've been inconvenienced. Let me get out of here before this whole place gets inconvenient. Oh, that's right. I still need to go in the other direction. Okay, we went this way. Hey, would this be inconvenient for you? Yeah, I'm sorry, but I need to inconvenience your queen. Ah. Here we go. And now, deeper inside. I see some really thick webbing up ahead. I think I found the right spot. Unfortunately, it seems to be well guarded. Probably her brood. Alright, here we go. I hope I have the right anti-venom for all this. Ah, now let's see what we got here. The web strings in your touch and a loud reverberation echoes. Ooh, hello! Someone thought it would be fun to have these bounties all elite level quests anything. No, you're not gonna do that. Well, that... Let's see, I'm supposed to bring a mandible of this, aren't I? Well, alright. And... It's many barbed legs still at last. Curse cook bubbles. Oh, okay. Bubbles and fall silent. Alright, good. Does that mean I can get out of here? Oh, do I need to get more mushrooms? Mushrooms, mushrooms, mushrooms. It says absolutely nothing. Deliver. See, deliver mandibles. See, deliver. No, I got all the silken caps I need. Hello there. Were you the one who asked me to kill the giant spider?
I absolutely did not ask for these. But you say the bounty demanded them as proof? Nonsense. One of the other hunters must be playing a prank on me again. Well, we'll see who's laughing when I find out who it was.
Well, nevertheless, I would have taken you at your word, friend. And so long as Kursk Local won't trouble us any longer, that's enough for me. You have my thanks. Alright, well, sorry about the mandible. Oh, well, alright. Well, the handwriting was different. Ah, here are the silken caps you asked for.
Oh, you have them. Thank you. That ought to be enough to make a few pots of stew at least.
Oh, venison is pleasant enough, I'll admit, but I prefer a bit of variety in my meals. You understand, oh, don't you? And there truly is nothing quite like these silken caps. Oh, here, Pine Leaf. I actually still have a little left over from the last time I was able to sneak on a few mushrooms the Guarthon. I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for not forgetting about us, my friend. Alright, there we go. Ah, good. Now that's done. What next? Oh yes, the fisher. Let's see what he has to say today. Hello again.
It's been some time, my friend. I, for one, have not forgotten how you helped the people of the Blackroot Vale. If it were not for you, we might still be troubled by those terrible water spirits, and worse yet, we might still be beset by the Corsairs and that so-called heir of Customere.
And now I hear tell that you've become one of the King Alessar's emissaries after surviving the war. I say it's an honor and one well deserved, no matter what some others in the Vale might think about the new King of Gondor. A fine honor indeed. I'm afraid there isn't much trouble about it, Sartol. At least not like there was during the war. I've heard that some of the Corsairs and some deserters have made their way to Tarling's crown, but it'll come to nothing, I think. It may not be much, but I could use a little help today. If you can spare the time in the course of your errands with King Elessar, would you check the nets near the pier for fish, then bring them back to me wherever you find? I've been coming up with the small fish all day, so I don't want to let the big ones swim by while I'm not paying attention. So check the nets. Oh, all right. Nice and close here. Okay, a few fish were caught here. Nothing in there. This one's empty. Oh, I see some fish here. Okay, good. This one looks empty. Okay, well, 2 out of 5's not bad, right?
I don't have anything else to ask of you, but would you stay and fish with me for a time? The nets work well enough, of course, but I find that taking the time to fish can ease my mind. There's just something right about it, I think.
Not a bad catch for today then. You can toss those into the bucket there. I don't have anything else to ask of you, but would you stay and fish with me for a while? The nets work well enough, of course, but I find that taking the time to fish can ease the mind. There is something right about it, though, and to be honest, I would welcome the company. All of these bowmen back from the war, and it seems not one of them is a fisherman. What do you say, my friend? Well, alright, fine. I could catch a few, I guess. Let's see. I think I have a fishing pole in here somewhere, right? Yeah. Here it is, right over here. Now, let's see what I can catch. Anything useful? See if I can catch any decent sized fish. Looks like it could be a decent size. Fished with Gondor along the river, 1 of 3. What? Oh, okay, that just says bit hypersensitive these days about quest items. I mean, if all it did was advance the quest, I mean, does it really need to inform me? Oh well. Is there another fish here? Probably not. Let's see, a Morthon pike. Is that something that is just for this quest? Oh, Star's quest, life along the Morthon. Oh, is that it? That if you have to fish here, and catch one, then you unlock the quest without having to talk to him. Maybe that's what happens. That's always a possibility. Alright, there you go. What do you say about that?
3 pike is a fine bounty, I'd say. Very good. Thank you for taking the time to fish with me, my friend. It's been too long since I last had company on the pier.
So our time together has done much to raise my spirits, and I know that you have many other errands upon which to spend your time, so I appreciate it all the more, my friend. If you ever find yourself back in Sardal, you may always be welcome to fish at Morthond with me. Alright. There we go. Well then, Tarling's Crown? This area seems to have taken a beating. You notice the damaged and moldering barricade left behind. And what do we got here? Damaged barricade, of course. It seems that the Corsairs have abandoned this barricade, perhaps lacking the men to hold it? Most likely. Well, let's go deeper. Wait. Defeat Corsairs of Umbar and Tarling's Crown. Defeat Gondorian freebooters. Alright. And while exploring the ruined remains of Ozador's encampment in Tarling's Crown, you have found what appears to be a number of stolen goods. Whether these are remnants of the goods stolen during the plot to conquer Unfalis for Umbar, or more recently stolen traders through attempting to go through Tarling's Crown, you should recover them. So collect stolen goods. Thievery on the thoroughfare. You notice a small encampment has clearly been abandoned by the Corsairs of Umbar. Right. Well, let's thoroughly clean them out. Perhaps first I should thoroughly examine the camp. See what's here. It appears that the camp was ransacked and its heraldry torn apart after Azareth left. It seems the company of Corsairs has taken upon themselves what remains of the encampment. Yes. Alright, let's now get going. I think I finally found those Corsairs. Oh my goodness gracious. Yes, they could make a bit of trouble for anyone who attempted to cross through this area. But don't worry, I can make trouble for them. I probably would have preferred it if... Hey. Okay, fine. You done with me? This appears to be the freebooter camp. And Corsairs. And stolen goods. I'm not particularly liking this crossbow that they're shooting. Alright. Let's try to bring them all together. There you go. Now, see if this is what I think it is. Yep. Stolen goods. Well, we'll steal them back. Is this the old command tent? Well, there are stolen goods nearby, so it could be, I guess. And they even sent out a greeter. How about that? So welcoming. Hey, are you welcoming? Well, not particularly if you ask me. Oh, Corsair Captain! Oh, let's get out of the caltrops. Oh, come on! Do I have to live with either the caltrops or the... or the bolts sticking in my shoulder? Right. Alright, here you go. Now, are we done? Okay, let's examine the tent. You find nothing of note at the tent. It has been pillaged and left in ruin. Yeah, there's someone sneaking around in here. Yeah, you're not gonna sneak by me. Now, I should find more of these stolen goods, I think. Back in Sardol, I can report. First of all, report about the camp.
What did you find out, my friend? Was there any truth to Bregon's claims?
Well, I did find a company of corsairs there. It appears that they only returned to pillage what remained of the encampment. Well, let us hope that that's the case, my friend. I doubted much of note remained after the heirs of Castamere were routed, but part of me still feared that there was some new conspiracy afoot. It is reassuring to know that my fears are ill-founded. Thank you, my friend. Oh, I did find some stolen goods, though.
What have you got there? It will likely be difficult to return these to their rightful owners, but I will speak with our most frequent traders and see what I can find out.
Many travelers passed through Tarling's Crown before the heirs of Castamere erected their blockade, so these goods could have begun their journey far from the havens of Balfalas. That said, I'll try to very best to sort matters out. Alright. And it appears that I have reached a reputation. Renewal gone but respected. Well, alright, I don't have to worry about rep anymore because that is max rep for this area. Well, it looks like I'm done with this area, so that means back to Morlad. And that'll be where we'll go for the next episode of The Song of Waves and Wind.